Do you feel it's important that teaching at university level should be research-led? In other words, that teachers should be teaching in the areas in which they do research? And if so, what do you think the advantages are of that approach? Start with Erica this time. We'll go that way.
I think they should teach the area that they're an expert in, because the likelihood is that they'll be much better at explaining something that they fully understand. Also, they're more likely to provide us with extra information because they're so interested in that particular research. So in terms of student learning, we're likely to have more information that we even need to pass or to do that module, but it will work better, and they are happy to do it, and we benefit from it.
Okay.
I understand that not always that's possible, though, in terms of time constraints and everything, but ideally,
That
yes.
would be the ideal situation.
Yes.
Jay, what do you think, research-teaching connection?
Yeah, currently I'm doing a module that my tutor is researching in. He's an expert in the research area, and I'm very happy with the module. But I think we should also consider the market. We should consider what the market is lessing of the engineers, because when we graduate, if we can't find a proper job, that's no sense to learn that kind of research.
Right.
So yeah, to learn the module where the market is need.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Ben.
I think definitely that if lecturers are sort of teaching things about what they're researching, they'll be enthused about it.
Right.
And then if they're enthused, they can sort of put that across to the students then. And then, because we'll be able to tell if they don't want to be there or if they do want to be there. So
You're suggesting that students can tell immediately?
Oh yeah.
If a lecturer wants to be there or doesn't?
Yeah, so if they're excited about a subject, if they're really passionate about it, then it really comes across to us, and we can sort of pick up some of that, and they'll obviously be really keen to help. Like if we're stuck on something, they'll be like, oh yeah, it's fine, because they enjoy that subject, so they'll be more than happy to sort of get stuck in.
How long does it take the student to pick up the vibes from
Not at all.
5 seconds?
Half a lecture at most.
Right, so that this passion, enthusiasm, excitement would come probably from teaching in the area they're researching.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's important for you as a student, is it, to have that passion?
Yeah, I think so, because when you see
communicate
somebody else enthusiastic about the subject, it makes you yourself enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
And when they start saying like, oh, you can use this and you can start using it in this sort of situation, you can start applying it here, there, whatever, you can sort of see like, hey, this is quite cool actually, you can do all this stuff with whatever we're learning.
Yeah.
You can sort of see where it's going.
Thanks, Ben. And finally, Alex, last but not least.
I agree. I think it's the same as saying about linking things to industry and stuff. It's a similar thing. If you can link because a lot of the things you learn and stuff are quite kind of abstract and they're just mathematical or whatever. But as soon as they get kind of grounded in some kind of like this is an actual somewhere where it's used, whether that's in industry or in research, I think it makes people kind of much more enthusiastic to learn it and kind of see where it's relevant. So I think definitely probably more examples from research and where things are used.